experience as being a student, I've had substitute teachers who didn't know exactly what they had to teach for the day. And this is a problem and can result in an unproductive day, which could possibly set back the schedule that your regular teacher would have. Preparing a class for a substitute is a very important teaching practice. The teacher should first prepare the class, if possible, to let them know a sub is going to be there. And the teacher should also let the students know what the expectations are and how to act when the sub comes in. And then for the substitute, the teacher should leave clear instructions as well as a detailed lesson plan. This is helpful so the lesson goes smooth. If the teacher becomes sick and finding a sub is last minute, it is always a good idea to have a backup lesson plan. And then third, Ting Lee, who wrote Avoid Substitute Disaster in 2009, explained that making a sub feel welcome is important, and you can do so by having a co-teacher greet the substitute by introducing themselves to the sub. It is a good idea, especially if the sub is new to subbing in that school. Another way to prepare a sub is to have the classroom organized. This is key, and it makes it easier for the sub to find items such as the seating chart. When the teacher is making either a lesson plan for the sub or a backup lesson plan, it is always a good idea to have more activities and work rather than not enough. You want the students to be productive and for them to accomplish the tasks you want them to. The lesson plan should also be written so someone who doesn't know anything about the subject can teach it well. So to make it easier, the lesson plan should be neatly organized again so that the substitute can read it and understand what is to be taught that day. Organization in the classroom makes it easier for the sub to find things. And so the substitute face many problems in the classroom, and according to Nids, who is the author of Substitute Teachers Seeking Meaningful Instruction in the Teacher's Absence in 1994, he says preparing the sub will improve the likeliness of the student's attention because the sub will know what he or she is teaching. When someone establishes credibility and has knowledge about a topic, people will listen more closely. Preparing a class for a sub is a very important teaching practice. The teacher prepares the class by telling them he or she will not be there on a certain day. The teacher then lets the students know what the expectations are and how they should act when the sub comes in. Then the teacher should give clear instructions along with the detailed lesson plan. Also, making the sub feel welcome is important. The classroom should also be organized. Preparing for a sub doesn't end when the sub leaves. This is a process that continues on through the rest of the school year. It's a good idea to have a backup lesson plan just in case you are sick and don't have the time to write up a lesson plan. All this information I found about this teaching practice has made me appreciate subs and teachers a lot more. A lot of work goes into preparing for a sub as well as substituting. As a future teacher, it is good to know this knowledge, and I'm glad I can share it with you.